All right, sorry for the delay, but I've been struggling with my internet for a while. Uh, but good morning. Finally, I'm here with no spirit of giving up. So I want to greet you all, and I want to thank you for sparing your time to be here. Yes, we are going to be able to make sure that we try our level best to deliver the information. So because I'm late, I would ask us to spend like 5 minutes only, and we share the link. Usually, I do not want to become a late comer, but in life, I usually have a statement. That says. Okay, so let me find a way, guys. So let's share the link. The link is the usual link. It has never changed. Let's share. Okay. Okay, so let's share the link. We are about to end the 5 minutes break. Okay, all right. Give me one in the chat if you can hear me. Give me one in the chat if you can hear me. Give me one in the chat if you can hear me. Drop me one in the chat if my voice is ringing loud and clear in your ears. Just a one in the chat if my voice is ringing loud and clear. If my voice is loud and clear in your ears. Okay. I know I'm very late, but there's a saying that says even when everything is against you, find a way to find a way. So I've already sent my message that I'm very sorry, simply because my internet has been against me today. Not sleep. Someone is saying maybe my leader is sleep, not sleep. I lost my internet connection since yesterday, and things have not been moving my side. But I had to figure out a way to make sure that I appear. Today is a very important day. A very important day. All right. I hope I've waited. If you believe we have waited enough, give me a two in the chat. If you believe we have waited enough, we should start. Give me a two in the chat. If you believe we have waited enough, and you say, surely it is enough, give me a two in the chat. If you believe we have waited enough, and you say we should start, and you say, my friend, Okay, guys, welcome. I hope it's enough, even me this side. Happy to have you here today. Being my last day, I will switch on my camera because I saw some people complain. I want to see you. I have never seen you. I want to look at your face. You know, there are usually people who have a challenge with me. So today I have decided to appear. Because someone says, I want to see you, me, I need to see you, please let me see you. Then you say, why does this person want to see me? But finally, I'm at your face. I hope I'm visible, and you can enjoy me comfortably today for the last day of our training. It is important for us to understand that we are in a business. So I've also decided to go on the spotlight. Yes, I've also gone an extra mile and decided to come on the spotlight to be very visible. Yes, happy to see you guys, and welcome to our today's class. It is one of the most important classes I pray anyone doesn't miss, because we are going to be able to combine indicators. We are going to be able to come up with trading strategies and help you to be winners. Okay. All right. I want to congratulate my new team in Netherlands, and I want to inform the crypto ambassadors team in Europe that in September I'm going to be in Europe. Okay. Confirmation is done. And in September, I'm going to be in Europe. Other countries like Ghana, South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Nigeria, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, Qatar. Your arrangements are already in situation, and I've already informed you that from the 18th to the 23rd of the coming month, I'm going to be in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, and I'll be in those areas specifically from the 18th, 18th. From the 18th to the 23rd, I'll be in those countries. And I also want to inform you that my brothers and sisters in Europe, I'm going to be in Europe specifically in September. Okay, all right. So that was just my startup message. So today we want to combine indicators. But before we combine the indicators, I want to finish up with my last two indicators of the day. Okay, I want to finish up with my last two indicators so that I could be able to someone says, I want to travel with you, my leader. It's very easy to travel with me. One, I don't travel with anyone who is less than a V3. Okay, you must be a V3 and above. So that is qualification number one. So if you want to travel with me, you must be a V3 and above. I was recently traveling with V2s, but I would like to inform V2s you have been finally disqualified. And if you are not a V3 and above, I'm kindly trying to inform you I'm very sorry. Categorically, now it is V3 and above. So the V2s, I want to inform you that I'm tired of moving with you. And unless you're a V3, that is where you start speaking from. So V2s and above, I wish you, V2s and below, I wish you a nice time. So if you are V3 and above, now you can travel with me. And you can ask those who travel with me what happens. You suffer with enjoyment after enjoyment, enjoyment after enjoyment. Yes, enjoyment after enjoyment. You enjoy the crypto money. All right, so today I will get off all indicators and introduce some more two indicators to you, my friends, to just help you win more. Then after I'm going to combine indicators and I will call it a day. Yes, someone is saying, yes, V2s and above, non-V2s now, you are officially disqualified. Disqualified V2s and below, I no longer will travel with you any longer. Yes, any longer. Yes, you are not allowed. Okay, let's get into our lesson. Let's get into our lesson. Mm-hmm. All right. When are we beginning a new syllabus of new syllabus of it is not that you are going to use my money. It is not about money. Yes, I know people want to use their own money. By the way, even if you were V3 and above, you'll use your own money. I don't sponsor anyone. It's not about money. It's about responsibility. Beginning next week, we shall start. It's not about money. It's about responsibility. It is not about money, by the way. Money has never been my main thing. I never put money on top of anything. Money is normal to me. So it is not about money. It is about responsibility. How much responsible are you to the community you have? If you are not willing to have other people trade with you, I don't need to travel with you anywhere. My role is my vision as a person is to save this world out of poverty. So if you are not having people you are trading with, it means you are not helping anyone. So you don't deserve to be in my circle. That's why I put up, you need to have a team of traders. If not, it's not about money, guys. No, it's not about money. It's about responsibility. It's about the purpose, the vision. If your vision doesn't collide with mine, it's not about money. Money has never been my subject. And I always tell people, I don't respect money. I just love it, but I don't respect it. Nobody can put money in front of me. No one. It's not about money. Money is free. I can even make money I don't want. I can have money I don't want to use. So money is not my main subject to raise. So it's about responsibility, it's about vision, it's about purpose, guys. Okay, so let's get into a special indicator. The first indicator I'm going to introduce, guys, when you come on indicator, come on technicals, and the first indicator is called ABCD V1. This is our first indicator. These are extra indicators. ABCD V1. Then you tap on it once. Then you tap on it once. Once you tap on this indicator, it's going to be able to show you what we call, to help you identify whether this coin is on an uptrend or this coin is on a downward trend. Okay, whether this coin is on an uptrend, whether this coin is on an up or downward trend, and it will already show you. So, but before we go into it, let's go to the settings of the indicator. On the input, you need to show the pattern. You need to show the pattern. Someone says no voice. Is it true? Is my voice on or not? Someone says no voice. Is my voice on or not, guys? Let me know. Is my screen visible? Is my voice on or not? Good. It is on. My system. Dial in. Will move out and join again. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Now you need to show the patterns. Make sure you tap on show the patterns. Okay. The other thing, make sure you tick on show higher high and lower low. Make sure you tap on show higher high and lower low. Then lastly, show zigzagger. Okay, show zigzagger, then you press OK. Now what's going to happen with this indicator? It will always show you. For example, if I take this particular area, it will show you the lower low, then it shows you the lower high. From the lower high, it shows you the higher low. From the higher low, it forms the higher high. If the market is on a downward trend, like here, you'll see the market move from a higher high to a lower low, from a lower low to a lower high, from a lower high to from a lower low to a lower high. But ladies and gentlemen, this is my advice. Only trade. Do not enter a trade. Do not enter a trade. For example, if you can use these points to trade, by the way. For example, if you see the market, like here, you can trade. You can enter from a lower low and get out from a previous lower high. It is the same stuff. You can enter from a higher low and get out from a previous higher high. You can enter from a higher low and get out from a previous higher high. But I want to warn you with this indicator. Do not enter a trade that is giving you a mixture of these. For example, let me see if I could find one. For example, look here. You see here there is a higher high, then a higher low, then a lower high, then a not clear, then a higher low, then a higher high. So do not enter trades that do not have, don't use these indicators to enter trades that don't have clarity. I don't know if I'm clear. Join a trade that gives you a clear picture of the market. Make sure you are sure that the trend is showing you, maybe it is on a downward trend. Then it's easier for you to join from a lower low and plan to get out from a previous lower high. But if the trend is not clear, please don't join. Give me one in the chat if I'm clear. It's not a perfect indicator. That's why I don't use it so much. But it helps you if you are not good at drawing the trends by yourself to see that this coin is on an uptrend or this coin is on a downward trend. For example, if I was here, I would see the market is moving from a lower low to a lower high. Then I see a higher high, a lower low. Then I see a higher high, a higher low. A higher high, a higher low. Then I could say this coin is on an uptrend. So it could help me find points of entry and exit from the market. That was my first indicator, not very serious one. But I want to go to a serious indicator that I love. And this indicator, just come on technicals. This indicator is called pivot point. This indicator is called pivot point standard. You tap on the star, then you get the indicator touching, and you're good to go. This is one of my best, sweetest indicators. Okay, so let's go to the current price and be able to discuss. This indicator, the pivot point standard, helps someone to be able to see support and resistance. Okay, it helps someone to see support and resistance, where the market is being supported and where the market is being resisted. So if you are not good at drawing these lines of support and resistance, if you are not good of drawing these lines of support and resistance, you can use this indicator. It's a very sweet indicator, ladies and gentlemen. A very sweet indicator, like I've said, because this indicator is able to show you where to get in and where to get out from the market. And now we are going to just set it up to make it much more clear. But it will be able to show you support and resistance. For example, even if I don't know how to trade, it has been able to break resistance 1. It has been able to break, I don't know which one now it has broken. It has been able to break resistance 1. It is going into resistance 2. So without decree, I just pick my price range. I'm just going to make it better for you to understand. Then I measure from here to here, and I take my profit. Now, let me make the indicator clear. Let's go to the setting up of the indicator 1. The indicator on inputs, it has different types. It has traditional lines, Fibonacci lines, Woody lines, classic lines, DM lines, and Camarilla lines. But I would recommend Fibonacci lines. How many of us who have attended my class where I talked about the magic of Fibonacci ratios or the magic of Fibonacci lines? If you have attended one of my classes, when I'm talking about the magic of Fibonacci levels, give me a 2 in the chat. I describe right. I described the Fibonacci lines, and I was able to give you a concrete, powerful, and I shared, in my sharing, I was very clear that it is important, ladies and gentlemen. It is important, ladies and gentlemen, that we understand how powerful the Fib lines are in our daily life. I may not go into them today, but maybe in the next syllabus, I will do my crystal level best to be able to I will do my level best next time to make sure that I basically share more about the Fibonacci lines. But I want you to use the Fib. Change the type to Fibonacci. You will discover the Fib lines are very, very, very paramount. Basically, they are very, very, very paramount. They are unique lines. They are powerful lines, ladies and gentlemen, and they can enable anyone to be able to fantastically make a lot and 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 a lot of money. Okay, so we use the fib here on the time frame. I would recommend you to use auto so that you could touch all the different time frames, and then you show the labels. You can decide to see the labels. If you remove these labels, you'll have the lines but with no labels. Okay, so I would recommend you to switch on the labels and the prices. I'm going to explain. Then me, I love to always switch my labels to the right because the market moves from the left to the right. Okay, all right. Now these are the points. We have the pivot, which we are going to explain. We have the support 1, support 2, support 3. We have resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3. And they explain. But what's up? Okay, let me go back. So these are so many. So I don't want to feed my screen with so much support and resistance. So me personally, I usually go in with support 1 and resistance from support 1, support 2, support 3. I don't go in for resistance up to resistance 5. Then after you have unticked this other, so this is support 4, resistance 4, support 5, resistance 5, press OK. And this will be your screen. This is how your tool will look like. It will help you draw lines of support and lines of resistance. Give me a 1 in the chart if you are following. A 1 in the chart if you are following, because now I'm gonna describe the indicator. I'm gonna describe the indicator. Okay, I'm gonna now go to after setup. Now I'm gonna describe the indicator. Beautiful. Now, it is important for anybody on our call today, ladies and gentlemen. It is important for all of you on our call for today, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, guys. Let me receive this call from Sri Lanka. It's a direct call, so I want to respect it. But now, people call me from outside countries. Me, I don't call back. Send me a message on WhatsApp. Someone calls you from Bangladesh, someone calls you from Sri Lanka, someone calls you from Europe, and they expect you to return a call. I'm not an NGO. Then someone says, but you are making a lot of money, you should call me back. Send me a message on WhatsApp. I'm not a non-government organization. I'm the one who makes it for me. Someone calls you from a Europe. Then he says, he comes in your chat. Why are you not returning my calls? Hey, my brother, my sister. But I have listening to your testimony. You are making a lot of money. Hey! Ditaminata, I'm coming in Europe in September. Yes, I'm coming in Europe in September. Yes, I'm coming. I will see you, Leader Minata. I promise. I must meet you. But you know, now I want to create so many millionaires. I want to create so many millionaires. You see, yesterday, I didn't have cash. Let me tell you this story before I continue. Yesterday, I didn't have cash. Okay? I usually do not have cash, by the way. I didn't have cash. And yesterday, I was walking by foot. I was not driving. I rarely walk by foot, but I do in certain days. So I was traveling by foot. Not because of money, but maybe because of health terms. But I didn't have cash and I wanted to eat lunch. Okay. So I met one of the guys in Royal Queue while I was moving through the streets. And he asked me, hello, sir, how are you? Okay. Have you had lunch? Then I said, not yet, but I was thinking about it. Then this guy told me, I'm successful because of you. Sir, I want to request, is it possible I take you for lunch? Yeah. I said, you are most welcome. Let's go. So people who don't want to help others, I don't travel with you. I don't travel with you. So if you don't have any team, don't come near me, my friend. I will be very annoyed. So the guy took me for lunch, and you know my lunch, I don't eat much, but it must be very good. Let's go, guys, now. So one, you see this line, the measurements are here. This line, the measurements are here. This line, it is 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 here. I wanted taught the mathematics of these lines, but today I'm not going to teach the mathematics of these lines. Okay, one day I was here and I taught the mathematics. I don't think today I might have the time, guys, to take you through the mathematics. How do they come up with these pivot points? I don't believe today I might have the time, but let me try, because it's one of my best indicators. But I don't know if I may go into all those details, because sometimes they are too much. But let me see if I could land on my pivot points here, and I go into the mathematics, although they are in my head. But okay, these lines or these pivot points, they were developed by a guy. What's happening? These pivot points were developed by a guy who took off a lot of time to come up with these areas. And I would like to maybe try to describe them, how they are mathematically, but I see the time is not going to allow me. So maybe next time I will go to how they were developed, but I want now to just teach you how you use them. The mathematics will come next time. Okay. Now, having showed you, so it means this one, this one, this. So you need to just know that. That is simple. Okay, let's go now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the most first important thing you look at, you look for the pivot point. The first thing you need to look at, look for the pivot point. Look for the pivot point. Give me one in the chat if my message is clear. First, look for this pivot. Before you say where's support, where's resistance, look for pivot. Look for the pivot point. That is the first thing you need to look at before you say my money, I want to trade here, I want to make money. The first thing you need to look at, guys, is the pivot point. And before you do anything, look at the pivot point. That's where the business is. Now, pivot points are vital price levels in technical analysis to identify. Pivot points are vital points in technical analysis to identify support and resistance in trading. They help traders in the spot market to be able to find particular areas of entry and exit in the market. It is calculated using, how are pivot points calculated? They are calculated using a simple task, by the way. They are calculated using the previous day. So yesterday, the previous high, the previous lowest point, and the previous close. Do you see these points up here? The close, the low, the high. And they are crucial in making decisions. Let me just be beneficial to you guys, no matter how much little time I have. Let me first be very beneficial to you, so that I don't want to teach people who may not understand. If you can see my whiteboard, give me one in the chat. If you can see my whiteboard, give me one in the chat. If you can see my whiteboard, give me one in the chat. If you can see my whiteboard, give me one in the chat. A one in the chat, 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 a one in the chat. Okay. All right, as you get ready to the lesson, allow me also take this juncture to drop you some trades. and I request leaders, because I'm on the Zoom, leaders on the call, could you help transfer these trades for me on the different groups? I might share on only one today. Leaders on the call, can you pick these trades and transfer them to the different groups? I might share in one. Leaders on the call, I don't see you take action. Leaders on the call on the different groups, please. I might share in one. Leaders on the call. Thank you, Leader Lucas Pedolowski. Leaders on the call, could you do in all the different groups? Okay. Leaders on the call in all the different groups. I might do in one. Okay. All right. My brother Few from my brother Few from my brother Few from Dubai. They're all D hash. My brother Few from Dubai, they're all D hash. My brother Few from Dubai, they're all D hash. All right. Okay. All right. Having shared, I don't know. One of my WhatsApp is not working. I don't know what is happening. It is there, but it's not delivering messages. All right. I hope we're now good to go. Some few minutes, just one or two. Okay. All right. Now back to business. Can we continue? Type for me a 2 in the chat. We continue. If you want us to continue, type for me a 2 in the chat. There is someone who has switched on the video. But when you tap on stop video, the thing doesn't stop. So can you switch off your video? Someone has a video here. But when you tap, he has broken all the settings of Zoom. I don't know that he hacked the Zoom. Because in the settings, I put don't allow videos. But the guy's video is not going anywhere. I don't know why. The guy's video is not going anywhere. It is insisting on my screen this side. You tap on can't switch off video. The guys, please can you switch off your video? Because I'm going to find the technology to look for you. Okay. Now, how are pivot point standards calculated? Let's say see. Oh, it is white. Trying to write on white. And the guy, after a few minutes, he returns the video all the time. Are you working for your grandy judges? Could you get your video off? Zero distraction. I don't need to see your face. It is not necessary. So let us say this is the high. The high of Bitcoin is $60,000. Sir, can you switch off your video? I'm going to read your name. He switches it off, he switches it on. These people. That is the high. And he's laughing. You see, he's just enjoying my statement of switching off the video. This is the high, this is the low. The low is, let me say the low is $58,000. Then this is the close. Yesterday, at what price did Bitcoin close? Just an example. It is $59,500. Now, the pivot point will be equal to the high plus the low plus the close. Divide by 3. So it will be $60,000 plus $58,000 plus $59,500 divided by 3. And what we'll get is around 59,166.67. It will be the pivot point. That's how they come up with the pivot point. It will be the high of yesterday, the low of yesterday, and the close of yesterday. Let me explain how that comes. For example, this is a candle. You see now, these videos, they disturb me. So I don't want people's videos on it. But now, good, done. You can switch it on now for the rest of your life. I don't care, I've dealt with you. You are free to have your video. Now I've found my way. Thank you. Now, this line you see that is written on the word pivot, they use, if this is a candle for yesterday, for one day, and let me say it is a red candle. The red candle, this will be the open, this will be the close. If it has a wick, this will be the high, and if it had a wick here, this will be the low. So they will get the high, this one, plus the low, which is this one, plus the close. Then they divide by 3. And the price they will get will be where that line will be drawn as the pivot point. Now, how do they come up with support 1, support 2, support 3, and whatsoever? They use also a formula. The formula to get support 1 as a line will be 2 times pivot point minus the high. Now, we said that let me say our pivot point, let me say, was 59,500 times 2 minus the high, which was $60,000. That's how they will come up with a support of $59,500, $59,000. Now, support 2 also has a formula. It is pivot point minus brackets, high minus low, brackets, which will be equal to the pivot point, which is 59,500 minus 60 in brackets minus 58, which was the close. And it will be 57,500. So that line you see, support 2, that's how it comes about. Now, I'll just stop. I'm not going to go into all of them. Yeah, I'm just showing you how they come up with these things mathematically, so that you understand that it's a very good indicator to use. Then I combine a few and we run away. Okay, then resistance. How do they come up with the resistance 1? Resistance 1, like it is 2 times pivot point minus low. On support, it was minus high. So it will be 2 times 59,500 which minus 58, which was the low. And the low will be $61,000. That will be the resistance. That will be the resistance. Now, resistance 2, like you see in a line, is pivot point plus high minus low, which is 59,500, which is the pivot point, plus in bracket $60,000 minus $58,000, which will give us a pivot point of 61,500. Now, let me explain. I think in my second class, I will start with demand and supply. I'm sorry, these lessons, I do not teach demand and supply. It's a very important topic to me when I'm teaching trading. I want to deal with it, but in the next class, I will deal with that. While pivot points can offer valuable insights in the market dynamics, they are most effective in markets that have clear trends. The market trend must be clear. Undefined support and resistance levels may be less reliable in low volatility conditions. When you see there is low volume, the pivot point will not work. Pivot points are crystal clear in clear trends and in markets that are volatile. You know, can we mention in the chart certain coins that you have discovered that move faster than others? Okay, certain coins you have discovered in Royal Q that move faster than others. When you understand, you trade that coin, you see it moves out faster. Some answers in the chat. You have discovered a coin that once you trade it, it moves faster than others. Thank you. Someone says World Coin. I need your cooperation. Let's go. WLD, another coin. Coins that are faster. Someone says Sats. Someone says Pepe. Someone says Sei. Coins you have traded and you discover faster than others, they have volume. Another one said people. Another one has said Nia. Another one has said Bonk. Another one has said Omo. Another one has said ORN. Another one has said Floki. Someone talks about a coin you have floated for a long time. You can swallow his stomach. Another one says UMA. Me, I don't know. Don't worry, you will know. Someone talks about ORN. Hey! Hey! Someone talks about Bob Becky. Say, my God, Jesus Christ, on a wooden bicycle. Solana. Meme. Now someone says Tina. Some of you overjoke. AP13. STX. Injective. GRT. BTTC. My friend. What? But Nabosi. How many times have I called you? AR. BB. Hey, BB, the coin was for yesterday. BB. Hello. Bome. There are so many coins that are more volatile. BTC. DCR. Womani. Is there a coin in Royal called the woman? Guys, is there a coin called the woman in Royal? I might know. Is it there? Is there a coin called the woman? Woman, a coin called the woman. Let me leave your charts. Because now people have now turned my sharing into a joke. Let me go. You call a coin woman. You stay with your coins now. I don't want. Stay with your coins. So some popular strategies that we are going to use on the pivot point. Number one is called the pivot breakout. Okay, these are the lines. This is support 1. This is pivot. This is resistance 1. The market moves from here and breaks the pivot. It's called the pivot breakout. You enter from here, you take your profit from here at the resistance 1. If you want to use the pivot points very well, you need to combine pivot points plus moving averages if you want to get good profits. Now, I'm done. So I want to go to the chart now. Someone gives the coin, woman. So you man, you have been dreaming about women the whole night. And so now you bring your appetite on our Zoom. This man. That's why we need you people to switch off your videos. Because if like this man switches on his video, this one who shared the women, if he switches on his video while in the morning in the training, you may not like it, I tell you. That's why make sure your camera is off. Especially now, you, my friend. Your camera must be off. We have a coin called the women. Sure. You know you. Hey. The guy might be very right. Hey. Women. You know, also Rocho has brought so many. So, for him, he fell in love with the coin called the women. It is on which exchange? Is it in HTX, not in Binance? It is in which exchange? Woman. I will, but I don't see it in my royalty. It is in OKX. People, you can overtrade. So some of you trade in all these exchanges. But maybe it was just added. Plus sign. Tick all. I needed to see this coin. Wait, guys. I might be suffering with trading, yet it's the most profitable coin in the world. But I don't see it there. It is in MEX. Navidie might be a friend to this guy. So they are now colliding. Navidie might be a friend to what? Navidie might be a friend to this guy. Then they are colliding. Let me leave your coin. Enjoy your coin comfortably. Enjoy your coin. I'm not seeing it anywhere. All right, now back to the topic, guys. Now, how you use this indicator is very important. How you use the indicator is very important. Okay, now, now this is support. You can enter from support, then you take profit at pivot. Once it breaks pivot, you can enter from pivot and take to resistance 1. Once it breaks resistance 1, you can enter from resistance 1 to resistance 2. If it breaks resistance 2, it has entered overbought area. If it breaks support 1 and it breaks support 2, it has entered in oversold area. I've said this strategy only works on coins that have a clear trend. For example, guys, you come here on your market, you look for coins that are pumping and you want to make money very fast. In 15 minutes, in 3 minutes, come and look for a coin that is pumping. People will have to move out of coins very fast. This is the perfect strategy. But once you see it has broken, like you see here, it has broken resistance 3. Now you need to bring the other previous strategies of maybe fib extension to continue with this trade. Give me one in the chat if my message is clear. The trend must be clear. Don't go and look for coins that are suffering with marasmus and kwashiorkor. Give me one in the chat if I'm clear. Don't look for coins that are suffering with marasmus and kwashiorkor. Someone puts pivot points on coins that are suffering with kwashiorkor, marasmus, no volume. You will enter coin and he said Julius was wrong. Let me find coins that are eating well. Don't look for coins that are not eating well. Look for a coin that is eating well. Don't look for a coin that is not eating well. Like, for example, I've said, once it breaks support, once it breaks, for example, once it breaks this support, enter and get out at pivot. Once it breaks pivot, enter and get out resistance. Once it breaks resistance 1, enter and get out at resistance 2. Do not exceed here, because here it has gone into overbought. Am I clear? Leader Minat, am I clear now? I saw you asking me to repeat. Am I clear? How do you tell a coin is pumping? You can see. Guys, how do you tell that a coin is pumping? You can see. You can see a coin forming consistent green candles. Is it hard, guys, to see a coin that is pumping? Is it hard to see a coin that is pumping? Is it hard to see a coin that this coin is doing well? Do not go and look for ramshackle. Now, for example, this coin is pumping. Now you had to enter from here, get out. I say it now. To use the pivot points well. Good morning, Brianna. How are you? Welcome to our class. To use the pivot points well, I told you to add on what we call moving averages. For example, we have looked at moving averages, and we have looked at exponential moving averages. So moving averages and exponential moving averages, you tap 1, exponential moving average 2, exponential moving average 3. Oh yeah, they have cut me off. They have cut me off now. Oh, which moving average is this one? Let me change this to a 55. A 55 moving average. Okay. Then I change the color from white to yellow. Good. Okay, I have a question. Now, if you want to stay in a trade longer, you can always go into a lower time frame. Is this a good coin, ladies and gentlemen? Combining the moving averages. So you combine the moving averages. Okay, you combine the moving averages with the moving averages, guys, with the pivot points. I hope I'm done. I can maybe add on the MACD, the moving average convergence, divergence indicator. But it seems like I'm banned now. I'm supposed to use 5 indicators, but it seems my subscription has elapsed. It seems my subscription has ended, but I'm gonna renew after the call. Is it okay? Is it okay? No, it's me speaking, Brianna. Is it okay? All right. Now, that is combination number 1. Use pivot points with moving averages. Okay, use pivot points with moving averages. Getting support 1, getting at pivot, getting above pivot, get out of about resistance. Okay. Now let's go to combination number 2. How would we go now? I'm gonna get off the pivot points and I go to combination number 2. For moving averages alone, use 3. We described 3. So I need to try it. I need to try it. Okay. See, now the teacher wants to take the pen. So the teacher is here and wants to take the pen. Now here, use the moving averages plus the MACD and also plus the RSI. If you want to use this alone, but for me, I would say if you use these moving averages plus pivot points plus MACD, you can put MACD and remove it or after you put RSI. But if you have paid for your Zoom and you can have 5 indicators, I would say you put in your pivot points, you put in your MACD, you put in your moving averages, and you can also put in the RSI. So you have 3 moving averages, 3, 4, 5. You are good to go with making money. Now, next combination, I'll remove these moving averages, but me, I cannot trade any coin when I don't have moving averages. The second combination I would recommend is the smart money indicator, which I talked about yesterday. The smart money indicator, very good because it's good at drawing support and resistance and giving you areas of entries and exit. Then if you're not good at drawing the Fibonacci, I would recommend it with the auto fib. Yes, these are good indicators you could combine and make good money. Okay. If you can be able to learn how to combine these, then don't forget below, you can add in either the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence indicator, to always show you below there. Okay, now I understand why it was not working out. Okay, I thought I'd lost. So you can have the RSI, the moving average, this one, the RSI here, and the MACD, plus these ones, these 2. The smart money, the auto fib retracement, and this one. You can be able to use them to make money. If you want clarity, you just tap in the middle screen. This one only appears, and you are good to go. Here's your laptop, Michael. Yeah, this is yours. This one, not this one. Yeah, this one is yours. Is that clear of the smart money indicator and those 3 indicators? Give me one in the chat if you're okay. You can combine the smart money indicator and the auto Fibonacci. Okay, the smart money indicator and the auto Fibonacci. Very good in giving you good results. Okay, my last combination. So this, it could be my combination. I could use this. All if but the smart money indicator is a very good with the auto fib. All I can remove the auto fib and pressing the moving averages. But me, if I'm gonna use that, that would be my best combination. Okay, that would be my best combination. Okay, another combination. Never use one indicator to trade. Let me just look through these ones. There are so many I've not talked about. There are so many, but I cannot finish all indicators in the world. I've given you the best you can use to make money all the time. All right, guys, I hope I've done my best. If someone could ask me my best indicators, I can never trade without the RSI. This is just settings. It has Bollinger Bands. If I don't need them, I could untick them out. Maybe the lower band, or I could untick or leave them, but not visible, like putting it off. And I also get this and put it off the lower band. just the moving averages. If I don't like them on, I could just close them up, and I cannot trade without these two. The rest above here, I can change. These two are my main two indicators, the MACD and the RSI. Above here, I could change to any indicator. Okay, above here, I could say I want in the moving averages, and my moving averages are usually 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, my moving averages are 3. I don't exceed 3. 1, 2, and 3. And my 3 moving averages are simple. I just need to work here. One is a 200 moving average. One is a 55. One is a 55. Another one is a 21.